Are you getting ready to take a cruise or you're planning a cruise and you have children? Well, stop! Before you take that cruise with those kiddies, you need to check out this video. I'm going to show you how to drastically save money if you're traveling with children on a cruise, or how to get your kids on that cruise ship for free. Hello everyone, it's Cynthia, your host. Welcome back to today's show. Today's show is all about traveling or cruising with the kiddos. We know anybody out there who has children, you know that they can be the biggest blessing. Such a joy, so much fun, and very expensive. When it comes to cruising with the kids, you really have to consider which cruise line, what there is available, because you have to make that money stretch further to get those kids into that cruise ship room, because kids do have to pay on cruise ships. So I'm going to give you some great tips, some ideas, and some ways that you can save money when you are bringing kids along on the cruise. And if you stick around to the end of the video, I'm going to show you how you can bring those kids on the cruise absolutely free. All right, let's get started with number one. This first one is going to be controversial, and I hope it doesn't get me in trouble with some of you out there, but here we go. Skip the Disney cruise. All right, hold on before you come for me. Yes, I did say on a video that's about traveling on a cruise ship with kids to skip Disney. Yes. Why? Well, because Disney's usually twice the price of a comparable cruise ship tour on other cruise lines. Let me break it down to you. I know many of us out there love Disney World, Disneyland, all of the Disney parks around the globe, and those Disney cruise lines, well, they are special. I have nothing negative to say about them. I'm just going to give you the truth about their pricing. There are many different variables to the price of your cruise vacation. The length of the cruise, for one, the newness of that cruise ship, is if it's a newer ship compared to if it's an older ship, the itinerary, the region, the time of year, to name a few. These are the variables. But in my experience and as a travel agent, I see that the Disney cruise line prices are nearly double to comparable cruise line prices on other ships, such as maybe a Royal Caribbean cruise ship or a Carnival cruise ship. Here's an example right here. Now, once again, there's different variables. If you're going to take a 3 or 4 day Disney cruise, but you are looking at maybe a 7 or 8 day Royal Caribbean or Carnival cruise, those prices may be closer to the same price, but all in all, Disney cruises are more expensive. And because Disney is well geared toward kids, there are a few less adult activities to be had aboard the ships. Another thing that we hear a lot on Disney cruise ships is that the kids' clubs are packed. It's crowded. There's a lot of kids on a Disney cruise ship, so the kids' activities sometimes can get really crowded and feeling congested. So if you're traveling with the kids and you want to get them on the cruise ship to save some money, we're gonna say skip that Disney cruise. Number 2 on our list is to book with a travel agent. Now, I know some of you saying, Cynthia, that's shameless because you're a travel agent. But I promise you, this is not a plug for me. Usually travel agents can find deeper discounts, better rates, just because we have access to rates that the general public does not have. It's possible that our agency, whatever travel agent you're dealing with, that their agency has some kind of group block with the cruise lines. It just means that we've secured pricing that's going to be much lower than what you could possibly find yourself when you're looking for those cruises. Also, travel agents many times can offer you additional perks such as onboard credit or other things like that that you might not be able to get on your own. And besides that, you can leave all of the hassle to the travel agent. Things can happen. Sometimes itineraries are changed, cruises are pushed back or delayed, sometimes they're canceled altogether. And if you have booked that cruise yourself, then you have to deal with all of the hassle of changing and transferring things of that nature. And recently I saw a horrible video about a doctor who had booked her cruise in a very expensive room, like one of the top rooms on the cruise ship. And just the day before she was getting ready to leave, found out that her cruise had been canceled. Well, those kind of glitches and those kind of hacks are less likely to happen with a travel agent because the travel agent has to speak directly to the cruise line. So there's a lot of buffer between you and them, having a little bit of peace of mind. And also, like I stated, travel agents a lot of the time just have access to better pricing. So if you want to save some money when you're traveling with your children, book your cruise vacation with a travel agent. Number 3 on our list is to sail during hurricane season. I know you're looking at me like I'm about to turn this woman off. Listen, hear me out before you say I'm insane. Now listen, you have to understand hurricane season. It's just the time when hurricanes pick up in the Atlantic and the Pacific a lot more. It doesn't mean that if you sail during hurricane season, you're going to be in a hurricane. That's not the case. On the majority of all of the cruises that we've taken, we've actually sailed during that time frame. It just offers a better price. You get better pricing during those times, especially in the months of late August, September, October, and November, but that's November before the Thanksgiving holiday, and early December. These are times that you can find much better rates on the majority of cruise lines. And because these are times that the children are usually in school, it does mean that you have to do some strategizing. You're going to have to do some forward planning because you might need to take them out of school a day or two for a vacation. It might mean that you'd have to catch some holiday that's in that time frame that would work for you. There might be some things that you would have to do to make this work, but these time frames will save you money, and sometimes it can be a significant difference. $200 to $300 per person in savings if you travel during those times. And also, just a note, I want to let you know, you don't have to worry about safety issues during hurricane seasons. These ships sail year round. This is not their first rodeo. They are looking and there's tracking so that they can see anytime a hurricane might be anywhere near. And what the cruise lines will do is they'll alter their course to go around that hurricane. So it's not that you would necessarily be in a hurricane. It's very few and very far between that you ever hear stories about cruise ships and hurricanes. Of course, things do happen, but they are looking out for their passengers. Believe me, they don't want their passengers being wrapped up in some type of hurricane, bad publicity, bad press, and people no longer cruise. So don't worry about the safety during hurricane season. They are tracking those hurricanes and making sure to go way around them. So if you're looking for an economical way to get yourself and those kids on a cruise ship, travel during hurricane season. Okay, this is the time that you have waited for. I am down to my last tip to get those children on board that cruise ship for a very economical price, or what I promised you in the beginning, for free. So here is the last tip. But before I give that to you, I'm going to take this opportunity to invite you to subscribe to the channel. I hope that you are enjoying this content, and if you are, I would love it if you would become part of the Right Recipe for Travel family. It doesn't cost you anything, and it really helps the channel out a great deal. So just tap down on that subscribe button, and also do me a favor and give this video a thumbs up, and also tap down on that notification bell. What that will do is alert you when we put out our new videos. And of course, share this video with anyone who is interested in traveling, cruising, they have children, or anyone that you think this content could be helpful for. I thank you so much to all of you who have decided to subscribe, and to all of my subscribers who have been with me for a while. I sincerely thank you and I appreciate it. All right, on with the show. Number 4 is to take a kids sail free cruise. Yes, there are actually cruises out there, and the marketing term that you will see on their website is kids sail free. Now let me break this down to you how it works a little bit. cruise lines figure out their capacity and their loads by double occupancy based on 2 people in a cruise ship. Anytime it's a different scenario, there's 1 or there's more, they budget that a little bit differently. When there are more than 2 people sharing a room, oftentimes there are discounts available for 3rd and 4th guests. In essence, the kids can sail for free. And there are cruise lines out there who right now, at the timing that I am producing this video, May of 2024, who are offering kids sail free right as we speak. Let's get into it a little bit. Let's start with Royal Caribbean. Royal Caribbean has many kid sail free options available out there on many of their different ships. Now, with these programs, there are strings attached. There's things that you have to look out and restrictions. For Royal Caribbean, it's for children 12 and younger. And the kids have to be sailing in the same room as the 2 paying adults in the cabin. Additionally, MSC, Costa Cruises, and Holland America, right now at the timing of this video, May of 2024, are offering some type of either kids sail free or a reduced or free 3rd and 4th passenger option. You do have to shop around. The deals come and go. Sometimes it's a very limited time, and it's also dependent on your itinerary, but you can certainly find these 3rd and 4th guests sail free. Now, here's another thing to note. Effective July 1st, there's going to be changes in the way that cruise lines show you their pricing. Usually in the past, and even now, cruise lines show you their pricing based on the base price without taxes, without fees or port charges, and without the gratuities that are usually customary on your cruises. Well, effective July 1st, they're going to be showing you those prices with all of that, not necessarily the gratuities, but with all of the port fees, the taxes. So they will be showing you that. I mention this rule because even when the kids sail free, even when the 3rd and 4th guest sails free, there are still port fees and taxes that are necessary that will need to be paid for the kiddies. The cruise itself is free, so no lie there. The cruise portion is absolutely free, but you would have to pay for the port fees and the taxes. So that is something that I wanted you to note. Talking about these cruise lines that offer this great savings, Royal Caribbean has some spectacular kids programming. They have kids clubs based on different ages for the children, as well as teen clubs. They have all types of water parks and outdoor activities for the children, golf simulators, rock climbing, swimming. They have so much for the kids to enjoy if you pick a Royal Caribbean cruise, as does the others as well that are mentioned. There's something there for them to do. Miniature golf, kids programming, special food items that might be on the menu for children. They are looking to make sure that if the parents come on board, the kids are happy as well. So do a little bit of research to find that 3rd and 4th person sail free, or once again, don't forget, you can reach out to your friendly neighborhood travel agent. That could be me. I'll leave my information down in the description below and let them research that for you. Well, there you have it. That is the information to get your kids on that cruise ship for a reduced price or absolutely free. I thank you so much for joining us today, and we'll catch you at the next adventure.